and ministry. So,
How much have you personally donated to JMMI in the last 5 years?
If you know.
Approximate, that's okay.
I don't really know. Yeah, I can't say. From all the sacrifices, I can't say.
What does that mean from all the sacrifices?
I mean, the sacrifices of, giving up things.
No, I'm talking about financially, not.
Oh,
Money.
so no, I can't tell you. I
But
don't
you
know.
do tell people how much you've given, yeah, don't you?
I have told them the sacrifices I've made.
You've put a dollar amount on that, haven't you?
Oh, sometimes I've given up. Yes, I've told them that over the years I have given a large sum of money to this ministry.
Okay, so what sum of money do you say when you do that?
Well, you said not in dollar amount. I'm talking about in sacrifices.
No, you put a dollar amount on it.
I
when you
know,
talk.
because it is a dollar amount.
Okay, then tell me what
Of course,
dollar
sir.
amount you use when you tell
Oh,
people.
millions. I've given up millions for this.
Given
In
up
sacrifice.
or only in sacrifice?
In sacrifice, yes.
Millions.
Yes.
How do you arrive at that figure?
Well, I mean, from the opportunities I've had to do other things and that kind of thing.
That would have paid you over $1 million, that would have paid you millions?
Way more than
Really?
that, yes, of course.
What kinds of things would those be?
Well, for number one, I'm a chef. I completed my, in college, a degree. And so I could, number one, have my own business, like my brother who's a chef does. And that alone could
Is he a
bring in.
millionaire?
No. But
Chefs usually aren't.
that's if they don't write books and do multiple chains. There's a way you can do it where I know a lot of my friends who have did very
But
well.
you've said you've used the word donate. You haven't used the word sacrifice. When you're talking
Well,
on
that's
your
what I
hold on,
mean,
let me finish.
okay.
When you're talking on your radio or your conference call or up on stage, you say I have donated millions to JMMI.
That's right.
But you're not talking dollar amount.
No, and the people know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
'cause
you
I've-
think they understand?
Oh, because I've explained, of course. You can't just listen to one show that I do and expect to understand what I'm saying if you don't follow the
I've listened to
ministry.
more than one show.
Oh, you got to listen to more than 3, 4, 20, or 100 to hear everything. Yeah.
The JMMI contribution report for 2013 shows that you donated $42,000 to JMMI in 2013. Is that true?
If that's what the report says.
How can you donate more than you actually have made in the last several years after a bankruptcy?
Because in this kind of ministry, people will walk up to me and want to give me personal gifts of this amount of money, and I give it over to the ministry instead of receiving it. And I have them write it out to the ministry instead of me.
So you're saying that isn't that a double dip? If you're saying that people go up and give you money and you say, write it to the ministry, and then you get credit for that donation, as does the person who made it?
Well, that's my personal way of showing also contribution of people who want to give me money personally for my life, and I just tell them to give it to the ministry.
Do you report that as gift income to you?
No, because I tell them to write it out to the ministry.
So how do you come up with $42,000 that you donated when it didn't come from you, it came from a third party?
Well, we use those records to show what I am, beside my tithes and offerings that I give out of my paycheck. We just show kind of what is being given to me on a yearly basis or presented to me, actually. So, sometimes it's higher or lower, but
People come up and give you cash?
no,
Never cash.
no.
Do they write a check out to you, David Taylor?
They have, but I don't receive it. I tell them to scratch it out and write it in the ministry's name.
But then you get credit for the $42,000.
Just shows that I channel that money there instead of to myself.
So you're saying you don't accept cash?
No.
If somebody were to give cash, who would it go to?
JMMI.
No, personally, I mean, who,
JMMI.
but whom?
Offering bucket, offering plate. I don't.
Well, if
Yeah.
somebody's going to give you $5,000 in cash, who would that be handed to?
The people who take up the money and count the money. And that could be anybody.
What
on
if
the
it
staff.
wasn't, you think, I'm not talking about somebody putting in a donation bucket. I'm talking about somebody's got $5,000 cash and they want to give it to JMMI. Who would be the person that would be designated to receive that kind of donation?
Well, our financial committee, Michelle is over that, so you could just say her.
So
Put her.
Michelle would be who was designated to receive cash donations of a large amount.
Yeah, to put it in the ministry. That's really I don't know how to